Hi, my name's Antoinette and I'm the founder of Just Helpers. We're an ethical, bespoke cleaning agency for executive London homes. And our strong ethics mean that we pay the living wage, which is much more than the minimum wage. We treat people differently and we find that this creates a win-win for our cleaning colleagues and our clients. Our cleaning team are happy, loyal and motivated to deliver great cleans week on week. And it's one of the reasons why we've won an Employer of the Year award. Our customers receive a 5-star service, and we know this because of the reviews that we get across our platform. So far we've delivered over 175,000 exceptional cleaning hours. I started this business because I believe in a fair day's pay for a fair day's work, and that's partly what I want to discuss this evening. I've read an article this week which has just started all the waterworks all over again. My background is in anti-human trafficking campaigning and research, and actually it's been a really long while that I've been able to engage with that, just because of the mental and emotional trauma and strain that I'd experienced at the time. But I can feel that I'm ready to get going again. I can feel that I'm ready to get my campaigning heart and voice going again. And this week I read an article, or I sent an article to read about sex trafficking of women, predominantly women from Romania, into the UK. And the title was, "The Trafficking of Romanian Women into the UK Sex Trade Has Reached an Industrial Scale." And that obviously captured my attention. Current statistics say that there are over 40 million people, 40.3 million people to be exact, trafficked worldwide. That's modern day slavery. That's kept and held against their will. That's forced to do tasks that they really don't want to do. That's not paid. That's not given any remuneration or the right level of remuneration for what they're doing. And it's the pandemic, the recent pandemic, I believe is only going to make that worse. I know that sex trafficking is a huge problem. 95% of sex trafficking victims are women, and that's the part that makes me start crying. So I'm going to park that for a minute, because what I want to talk about is the fact that of these 40.3 million people trafficked across the world, labour exploitation is a major category. And by labour, that's people that are forced into indentured labour, where they work for bed, board, but don't necessarily get that very well. People that are promised the sort of bright light stuff, so they arrive in somewhere like the UK with the promise of a great job, great housing, education, healthcare, and actually end up forced to do jobs without great pay, or any pay at all. I'm going to read a little excerpt from something called the TIP report 2020. So that's the Trafficking in Persons report. It makes great reading. It gives a summary of what's going on worldwide, and it's published usually in the summer. So this is the section, or part of the section, about the UK. Labour trafficking is the most common form of exploitation amongst adults and minors into the UK. Nearly half of all victims identified are children. Children in the care system and unaccompanied migrant children are particularly at risk of trafficking. Youth trafficked by gangs are forced to act as drug couriers from larger cities into rural areas across the UK. You might have heard of like the county line stuff. Traffickers force adults and children to work in the following industries: agriculture, cannabis cultivation, construction, food processing, factories, domestic service, that's cleaning, nail salons, food services, the hospitality industry, again cleaning, and car washes, as well as on fishing boats. In Scotland, most victims are from Vietnam, and it goes on in Northern Ireland. There are cases perpetrators forcing victims into shoplifting, and young women and girls from Albania, Bulgaria and Romania, including ethnic Roma, remain vulnerable to sex trafficking, particularly in Northern Ireland. I wonder if you know what situation your domestic helper is in, what situation your cleaner is in. I wonder if you understand the ethics of the agency that you use. Do you ask those questions? Do you know whether they're free to come and go? Do you know whether they're receiving a fair day's pay for a fair day's work? At Just Help Us, it's my aim this year to challenge the economic and pay structures in our industry so that clients across the UK can have a clean home, clean conscience, and be freed up to do the things that they love without having to worry about these political aspects. At Just Help Us, we proudly pay the London living wage, and we know that all of our helpers are free to come and go, free to have holidays, can provide for their family, and live a life that they find fulfilling and enabling of their hopes and their dreams in the UK. Love to talk to you about it. Please get in touch. If this has triggered anything in you, again, please get in touch. If you've got more information that you would love me to hear, again, get in touch. And please just understand that this relates to some really large cleaning agencies out there. We've had a lot of colleagues that have come through that haven't been paid in the past, and we're on a mission to end that. Come and join us.